how I moved to fifth dimensional consciousness. Someone asked me the other day, or someone made a comment on the video that I had posted where I said I moved to the fifth dimensional consciousness or ideas, and they said, well, you didn't tell me what that was, so now I'm going to tell you what that is. And I didn't recognize I had done that until last night, because I had to own what I had done. We are moving through a bunch of changes in our world. We've all seen that. And I was told that I had this information that would help so many people, because obviously it helped me. It helped me move through all the difficulties and challenges in my life. And I'm sitting here now, so I must have something. Every single person has that. Every single person has something within them that they have lived, developed, that they could bring to our world to make it better. We see the world is falling apart. We've seen all the craziness going on over the last several years, and we wonder, why is that happening? It's happening because we all have something that we could give to the world, and it's within us now. That's why we're all alive. And it is something that is loving, and that loving has to be of yourself. When you start to love yourself. So let me tell you what happens when you move to this fifth dimensional consciousness, because that's what occurred. You start to see yourself in an entirely new way. You see yourself as important. You see yourself as having a purpose in the world, and it is more than just your life. It is for the collective. It is for all that is. You start to recognize, my life has importance, and if I decide to give it back to the world, I'm going to live a life that's abundant and prosperous and happy. I just have to work through all the other stuff that I came in with. I just have to work through all the limitations and restrictions that I either created as I lived my life, or that I inherited and brought with me. And then once I start to do that, then my life changes. And if I do that, then I offer that energy to our world, and then our world begins to change. Yeah, that's what happens. And I couldn't accept that I had created something that would do that. I'd seen it, because it takes a while for us to accept what we have done, because we've all done something. We kind of fear it a little bit, or don't move to it. I've seen that for 30 some years with all the clients that I've had. But I do it as well, because there's always more that we can move to. No matter who we are, how old we are, there's always another level. We just have to become willing to accept it. So last night, New Year's Eve, I received an assignment from someone that I don't know. I've never met this person. And they came into my program for free, because they didn't pay anything. I had this idea a couple of weeks ago. I said, let me just give this couple of people a scholarship. Let me just put them in there and see what happens. Never met this person. And then I started seeing these assignments come through, and I go, wow, they are figuring out things that it took me decades to figure out. And now they have this optimism about their life and the world that was unbelievable, that took me so long. And I'm talking about 2 weeks. That's when this happened. It was 2 weeks. And it just was surprising to me, exactly as it was surprising to me a year ago when I decided to test this. But no, it's no longer a test. And what I'm saying is that our world is going into a lot of disruption. We're going to still keep moving through it. You've seen it already, and I have an awareness of this, and I know that my work will cause it to be better, because we'll have more people who are loving themselves, who are successful, who are happy, who are loving other people. That's what it does, because you can no longer think the same way once you move into fifth dimensional consciousness. You start to see things differently. You see even the crisis in the world, you start to see them in a new way. You say, oh, that really terrible thing is happening, so that means I'm needed. If I own myself and decide to love myself, my energetic contribution is going to make a difference, and it will change the world. That's true for every single person. It just only depends on how much we are willing to believe and accept that. Well, I believe and accept it now, because that one thing, that there were so many that I received, but just right before New Year's Eve, I'm thinking, this must be my new year to receive this, because it was a qualification, it was a demonstration, it was a testimonial for this work. And all I care about is for people to be happy, people to become successful, become who you're meant to be. Every person is born with that. We just interpret it what we've been given or who we are in incorrect ways sometimes, because some of us were having difficult life paths. I had a horrible one, but I also see the value of it now in terms of our civilization and how it could make everything better, our world better, if I give my work to others. And it's the same for you. All I know is that what I was given was a way for others to become happy, successful, prosperous, and that's the work that I'm doing, because it will make a big difference in our world. It's about me pumping up, so to speak, those individuals who do not believe in yourselves, who do not know what you have, because it's a cognitive process that we all move through. But once you accept it, everything changes in your life. You start to become happy. You have everything you want, but you're also making a contribution to our world. And that's what we need. So it's going to be a great year, because now I know what I can bring forth, and the more people I can help move into this greater understanding of who they are, our world will be a much better place. Have a wonderful new year.